If there's one place in America that people misunderstand more than any other place, it's probably Mississippi. I don't really blame them though, you know? I've grown up here my whole life, and sometimes I don't understand it either. There's a famous quote from William Faulkner that says, to understand the world, you must first understand a place like Mississippi. Which is kind of why I wanted to make this video taking you through a casual Saturday in Mississippi to either confirm or deny your biases. This isn't going to be like a long documentary about Mississippi or anything. This is literally just me setting up a sick intro for a casual vlog in Mississippi going through my daily life. So if you're new here, my name's Brock, and yeah, let's get into this video. Okay, so it is 6 a.m. right now, ish, maybe 6:10, and we're about to go out and we're going to do a little bit of a long run. We're meeting up with the team. Most of the team had a meet yesterday. Coach gave like some of the guys the weekend off, including myself and Cole and Christian, so we had a hard workout on Friday. I'm pretty tired. I haven't really slept very well in the last few days. It's just kind of, I don't know, it's a weird feeling. For now, I'm going to get up, make some coffee, and go out here and make the best out of this run. So most of the time when I run in the mornings, I like to have two things, and one of them is coffee and the other one is toast and jelly. So if I didn't fuel like enough, or I didn't feel like I fueled enough the day before, what I'll often do is I'll just get some toast and jelly, and that'll be like quick acting carbohydrates. It is just a very quick way to get some fuel, get something in the system to where you don't feel like you have an empty stomach whenever you go out for a long run, and it is pretty light on the stomach. I usually get an all-natural jelly. Right now, I think I have, look in the pantry, or not pantry, let me look at the fridge. So right now I have literally organic strawberry from Whole Foods, which is just a very simple jelly. It doesn't have any high fructose corn syrup or anything, so it's just kind of like a way to get quick, simple sugars before I run, and then I just put it on some toast, and yeah, and it's just an easy way to get some extra sugars in and to make sure that I am fueled properly, so that way I don't die whenever I get out there and run. That's one of the things I've kind of learned over the years. Get some caffeine, get some food, and you will feel much better on your runs. Whenever you do this, it makes it less of a priority for fueling in the middle if you aren't running longer than like 2 hours. So you don't really have to worry about your fueling in the middle most of the time. Some people will take gels at like an hour or 45 minutes. If you feel like you're getting depleted on glycogen and stuff, you can start taking gels like right in the middle, but honestly, I just eat the toast and then I roll. Most of the run, that's usually how it goes. But most of your fueling is gonna come from the meal the day before and the meals the day before. So if you had a good lunch and you had a good dinner, then you're gonna be set for the next day for the workout. I had an alright lunch and an alright dinner, so I'm like, probably need a little bit more, and I could have probably done a better job at fueling, but oh well. We're gonna feel how we're gonna feel today, we're gonna get through it, and that's running for you. Have 2 to 3 cups of coffee a day, and a cup of coffee for me is like 360 milliliters, which is like way more than like an actual cup in American terms, which is probably more coffee and caffeine than I should be consuming, and I think that's what's impacting my sleep quality at night. So I'm gonna have to draw back on my caffeine intake a little bit, and that's something that I just kind of have neglected in the last year. But I'm still running well, I'm still like performing well, but I just don't think I'm getting enough sleep, and I don't want to get injured because I have a lack of sleep and a lack of deep quality sleep. So one of the things like literally this morning that I thought of, I was like, I just need to reduce my caffeine intake so that way I can make sure that I'm sleeping better at night. So I'm probably just gonna have that 1 cup of coffee this morning, and if I do have a second cup of coffee, it'll be before noon. And if I don't have a second cup of coffee, then I'm just not going to have one at all, and I'm just going to fight through the afternoon and maybe take a nap this afternoon. I don't know. It'll be a restful Saturday. Planning on getting brunch with my fiancee Mary Grace we're going to a place here in Jackson, Mississippi, and it's just a nice little place called Elvie's. I'm going to do that after the run. It'll probably be like 10:30 in the morning by the time I get out there, but yeah, if you're new here, if you haven't been following along, I got engaged like 2 weeks ago, and I haven't really talked about it on the channel, but I have talked about it on Instagram and stuff. So it's pretty cool thing that's going on in life, and it's fun. Going to get brunch with her at like 10:30 this morning, and mainly just hanging out for the rest of the day. How's it going? Pretty good. Good. Hello, good morning. I don't know what this. Did he tell you what the run is yet? No. Okay, cool. So we're starting off today's run with 23 out, 22 back. So a little bit of a progression, and then from there we're gonna go whatever the remainder of our time is. So I'm probably gonna get like 75 minutes or 90 minutes today, and we're really gonna try to cut down in the last like 30 minutes of the run. And so first little bit's gonna be a steady progression, kind of cut down, start at like 7-minute pace, cut down to 6 flat pace, and then the last 30 minutes is gonna be like go from 6 flat down to like 5:15 or 5:20. And so it's gonna be a tough session. I'm kind of tired, like I said, but we're still gonna get the work in. We're still gonna make it happen. So yeah. You ready for this?
I'm going 16 out. Womp womp.
Womp womp. That's probably what I'll do.
Okay, good.
All my long runs have been like under 13 miles or under for the last like however long.
Yeah.
So I feel comfortable with that number, and I feel like that's where I like aerobically benefit the most.
Yeah. Come on!
This is wild. Did he get it? Yeah, good. You're gonna update the vlog here. Okay. Well, how you feeling?
Honestly?
Yeah,
You're better than me.
Give me an honest impression right now.
I feel fine. My Achilles are tight. Okay, awesome.
Don't lie to the vlog. Say how bad you feel right now.
We're only like 17 minutes
We are
in.
only 17 minutes in.
Exactly. Don't say that.
Adam feels like he's an hour in.
His words. Just hit mile 7 in 5:57. Not bad. Got the heart rate up. We're getting a water break at 45. We're gonna keep moving. At this point, we have about 30 minutes left on the run, so it's not that much. Which means we're about to dig down into the pace. Good aerobic stimulus. That's the goal.
Aiden, what are we about to do here?
That's a great question. We're about to go out, 24 out, 21 back, and we're gonna see what the 21 back looks like.
24 out, 21 back. We're actually doing another 45 minutes. I didn't know that.
I know.
We can take the right and go to the res, and we can go out until we get 24.
Let's go.
No, let's go this way. Let's go to the res.
All right, Brock, let's go.
We're staying smooth. I'm running like 5:45, 5:50s. Just staying relaxed. Feeling good.
All right, so we hit pretty good on the pace. The average was 5:54. The last few miles, we were hitting 5:30s. I kind of pulled away from the pack there at the end because I went out a little bit harder in the first 24, and I came back for like 22 and a half minutes instead of 21. So went out a little bit hot and then cruised back. So I didn't necessarily time it perfectly, but hit pretty fast. Was running 5:30s, 5:20s for the last 45 minutes or so, and then hit a 5:15 in there. On the flats, and then we climbed a hill right there in the last mile and a half, and that was like 5:30 pace. So overall, good day. Maybe not a restful Saturday, but some good work put in the morning, but now we're just gonna chill for the rest of the day.
The heart rate was 110, so a little high today.
Yeah.
The average, it was pretty trash, 535.
You averaged 5:35 for what, 18?
Split was like a 4.
It was 18 and a half.
18 and a half.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but our fastest split was like a 450 something.
Well, he had 4:45 coming up the hill at the end.
I mean, that was when we were warming up. I think once we got down to it, it was like 445.
Yeah, our first quarter of a mile was like 445.
I say that was the hardest long run since the Webb City long run from 2 weeks ago.
It was supposed to be.
It was in the blog. I was there for the first half, and then I got dropped.
Sid, if you had an ideal brand sponsor, who would it be? What company?
Ooh, Whataburger.
Oh, that's Sid. Hi, Whataburger. If you're watching, if anyone from Whataburger is watching, you got to get Sid a
You got to get him a sponsorship, NIL deal.
I could also
He
join
would,
New Balance because Claire's got the New Balance deal, so we're a New Balance family for sure. New Balance family.
Okay, so that was like a 90-minute run, and like I was talking about earlier, the fueling before, like last night I had Mexican, like rice and chicken and vegetables with like cheese, so I went to a Mexican restaurant and ate that. But the fueling before, like I didn't feel like that was like enough to really fuel the whole run. So the most important thing that I did this morning was just like eating that toast and jelly and just making sure that I had those simple carbs and simple sugars in my system, plus the complex carbs kind of from the bread. I think bread's complex carbohydrates, I'm not sure. Whatever it was, made sure I had those carbs in my system, and because I had those carbs in my system, I was able to continue running for an hour and a half, 90 minutes, no fueling, just drinking water in the middle. And you kind of train your body to do this, and especially like moving pretty quick towards the end, running 5:30, 5:40, 5:20 pace, whatever it is, moving pretty quick and forcing your body to put a lot of energy out, but you can recover from it if you eat food immediately after you run, and you're just trying to do the best that you can to make sure that you're meeting those needs. Biggest thing that I need to focus on right now is getting simple sugars back in my system, and then making sure that I am getting enough food, which I'm about to go eat breakfast with Mary Grace, and then making sure that I'm just like recovering throughout the day. So today is going to be super chill. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna get up to, but yeah.
All right, what's going on? This is me actually from the future whenever I'm editing. This is no longer Saturday, it's a random Tuesday. But I just wanted to pop in real quick and be like, hey, you should subscribe and you should like the video, because if I forget to tell you to do that, you're not gonna do it. And that's how we grow here. That's how I'm able to keep track of new audience members. And since the last video, I think we had like a few hundred new subscribers, which is super exciting. And it's the way I can keep track of it and the way you can see the community's growing. And if you like the video, drop a like on it. And also like subscribe to the channel, because that's how we can keep track of the community here. Drop a comment if you really want to engage with people. There's gonna be people down in the comments just talking about running stuff, talking about life, talking about Mississippi, which is gonna be really cool. And yeah, that's literally all I wanted to say right here. Now back to the rest of the video.
The key to running faster isn't about double threshold. It's not about your long runs and tempo runs. It is about drinking Coca-Cola after your sessions. Trust me, soda after your run, replenish your carbs, simple sugars, exactly what you need in order to boost the recovery process. I like to do it. Some people like to do like flat sodas. They'll take like a Coke and they'll let it sit in the fridge for like a long time. I don't plan that far ahead, so I don't plan anything that far ahead. So yeah, I just go to the store and I buy a Coke. Some people say it's like heavy on their stomach, but Coca-Cola after your runs, that's the key. Also, we got some new hats right here, which I already have some of them out over here. We got like this khaki and black one, and then we have the camo one. I'm excited about these. Intentions over everything on the back, embroidered. So, pretty sick. I'm pretty excited about them. I don't know what. I'm gonna wear this one today because why not? So, about to go get some breakfast with Mary Grace. I need to get some food in the system because if I don't get food, I'm gonna die. That's why. Made it to the restaurant. I'm gonna give Mary Grace one of the hats too because they're sick and she wants one. And she's going to work, so maybe she'll wear it at work today. I think they look pretty fire, I think. So hopefully it's good stuff. Miss Bowers?
Hello.
Ready for breakfast? I feel underdressed. Not really. We got the smash burger, breakfast smash burger. It's got eggs, beef, potatoes. I don't even know what all's in this, but perfect food choice. I'm excited. About to dive in. I know. That's crazy. Yeah, I remember him. That's my boy. Thank you. Whoa. Thank you. Could try pizzas again. Yeah. I feel like a lot of people talk trash about Mississippi, and I get it. Honestly, like, it has its struggles just like
any other place, really. But it's got its good moments. It has like its good places. It has good people, like really good people. The community is incredible, and that's why so many people stay here, is because of the community and the people and the friendships that you can build in Mississippi are unlike anywhere else. And that's what a lot of people find whenever they move here. They're like, wait a second, I see why people actually like being here. They like staying here because it's so, there's such deep community, and it's unlike anywhere else in the world, really. I'm gonna stay here for at least another year. I might move, I might not. We'll have to see. Let's see what the job opportunities are and what's afforded to me, but yeah, that's what I just think that's what a lot of people miss about Mississippi in general, and they have these misconceptions and they think it's just this terrible place. And like even the place that I'm driving through right now, it's not great financially, and this isn't a great part of Jackson, and it has its bad moments and it has its bad places, but even through all those, through the ups and downs, it's still, the community stands strong and the people are amazing, and it really does come down to the people at the end of the day. And that's just something I've found over the years. People are like, oh, are you moving? When are you moving out? And I'm like, I don't know, maybe I won't. I'll build from the ground up. Invest into this community a little bit. Investment from someone who's been here before, someone who's grown up here, someone who's lived here their entire lives. I know what the outside world looks like. I've been to other places. I've lived in Boulder for a couple summers and traveled to Copenhagen a few months ago, and I've been all over the U.S., but there's just something different about it here. It just feels like home. You guys doing sauna in here, or what's going on?
Camera. Yeah, sauna. Dang.
Just sat down, about to get some editing done. There was a big video that I've been working on for a while. I've been wanting to sit down and put some real work into it. It was from the mile that I ran at Pitt State a couple weeks ago. I guess that's a couple weeks now. Maybe it's last weekend, now that I think about it. It hasn't actually been that long. It's been exactly a week. So last week, ran a mile at Pitt State. Went really well, and I wanted to take some time and pour some creativity into one of those videos. And I wanted to the reason I'm making this video is because I wanted there to be two different styles on the channel. I wanted there to be a longer form style where I'm just kind of like hanging out and taking you through a day and stuff like this, videos like this. But then I also wanted there to be a style where there's a lot of creativity poured into it. It's like a bigger project. So you go back and forth between these bigger projects and these simpler videos, and that's really what I want for you guys. I want you guys to experience that. I want the experience of watching the channel to be something that feels like you're just hanging out, and also has those motivational videos you can go and watch whenever you want to get super motivated and you want to like get hyped up before a race. I want to have those videos too. So I'm gonna sit down, edit, get some work done. Yeah. So I've been editing like literally all day. The sun is down. Just working on that YouTube video and realizing the importance of making good thumbnails and titles, and I have kind of come to that conclusion that that's something that I need to get better at. And so this video is gonna have hopefully a sick thumbnail, and it's the reason you clicked on it, and hopefully a good title too. But yeah, I just need to get out of the house. Just been staring at a computer screen for too long, and I was just tired of doing that. So now I need to walk, do something. Tonight, me and Mary Grace, we're gonna make some pizzas, so that's gonna be fun. Yeah, it's been pretty chill for the most part after I got done with that run. Just been hanging out, not doing a whole lot. Restful Saturday in Mississippi. Also, like, I did get a second cup of coffee earlier, or a third cup of coffee, I think. And I said I wasn't gonna drink coffee past noon, but I guess it is what it is. So we deal with it for now, and whatever the consequences are of that, we have to just deal with them. Almost got hit by a truck hauling a boat just a second ago. He was driving like 40 in a 10-mile-an-hour zone, so I don't know what that was about.
One big one or like some small
You can do a big one.
I don't think I have a pan, actually.
Okay, we'll do a small one. All right, what do we have going over here? I need a full rundown of what's going on.
We have dough, and then I cut up some
tomatoes. This, I don't know. In my head, it sounds like it would be good on there.
What's this? Korean barbecue? Japanese
barbecue. The pizza sauce, the little mozzarella pearls.
I don't think we tossed the dough enough, so this is...
It's deep dish. Leave me alone. Let me live.
Yeah, like she said, it's deep dish, which is fine. That's perfect. Honestly, that's how I want the pizza to look.
Puffy?
Yeah.
Looks like Philip.
It is a little bit puffy and not quite what I think we were going for when we decided on pizza, but it should get the job done, I think.
Let's start on the new one, and then by the time we're done making that one, this one will be ready.
It's kind of just some mush.
Be nice to it.
Yours looks a little better. Look.
I did kind of tear it.
No.
Good.
But this one I think is really good. So
True.
it looks good. The last one stuck to the aluminum foil. It looks like this one did too. So we'll have to wait to solve that issue in a second. Okay, so this pizza ended up looking a lot better. I actually gave Mary Grace a slice of pizza that looked like an actual piece of pizza. Right here.
Pretty incredible.
It is.
Pizza, I'm trying. Good?
Yeah.
So if we think back to that William Faulkner quote whenever he says, to understand the world, you must first understand a place like Mississippi, maybe this is what he's talking about. Maybe in saying this, Faulkner is talking about the importance of people and communities. If you're an outsider, then understanding a place like Mississippi is nearly impossible, to the point where stereotypes are the only thing you really think of whenever you think of the state. But the reality is, maybe you'll never really understand a place like Mississippi until you talk to the people there and learn what makes them tick. If you can learn to understand the power of community, then you'll have a greater understanding of the world.